Well, Amazon says it paid billions in taxes in 2019, but it turns out it only paid $162 million in federal income tax. That's on a $13 billion profit. Yahoo Finance's Kristen Myers has been tracking the tax story with Amazon for quite some time here. I guess at least they paid something?
Yes. So this is a slight uptick. Previously, last year, we talked about how they paid nothing in federal income taxes. So now they've gone from a 0% federal income tax rate now to 1.2% federal income tax rate. And that's on roughly $13.3 billion of profits that they just made here in the United States, not even considering what they made.
Well, one of the things you point out in the article is when they tell us one number about what they paid, is they're including in that the taxes they're deferring.
Yes. So,
it's a huge number.
Right. So Amazon did put out this release and that they said, at least on the federal income tax portion, that it was over $1 billion in taxes. But again, to that point, when you look at that 10K form, which is something that they have to file every year with the SEC, you find that they actually only paid 162 for 2019, 914 million, which would then bump that number up to over $1 billion, is actually deferred. And that means they're essentially just postponing those payments to a later date, according to various accounting rules that the company has.
It seems like this is never going to affect them, though, on the consumer trend side, right? I don't think
I don't
think people really pay attention. They'll get mad about it,
right?
And I also know that they've agreed to, along with Microsoft, be taxed in order to help fight homelessness in Seattle. So it seems like they're trying to do this two-pronged approach, where on one side they're dealing with the criticism, and then on the other side they're like, look at all the good we're doing.
Right. I don't think anyone is going to say, I'm going to stop shopping at Amazon because they pay far less in tax than I do, right? And ultimately, I think a lot of people, first and foremost, Amazon is not alone in this at all. Last year, over 60 companies actually paid zero in taxes. And for those companies, they had an effective tax rate, I think, of around -5%. And so obviously, we have tax season. It's upon us. Many of us would love to reduce our tax liability as much as possible. But again, this is not an Amazon problem. This is a problem for lawmakers. If anyone is angry at Amazon for lowering their income tax rate effectively to 1.2% when it is supposed to be 21% according to the new, Tax Cuts and Jobs Act that was passed in 2017, you really need to look at your lawmakers and say, listen, we think that companies and corporations should be paying far more than they are, just like the average, American citizen does.
All right. It's a good read, and it's on Yahoo Finance right now.
Hey investors, Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.